Hello everyone, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar, and today's reading is going to be How Does Your Crush Feel About You? And this is going to be a timeless reading, so you can come across it at any time and it's meant for you, or might be meant for you, of course, you know what I mean. These are general readings, and I do notice that we each have, I love like a lot of readers, don't always vibe with all of them, in terms of accuracy. So, I think that if it doesn't resonate with you, just go to another channel, try to find a different video. Maybe you'll find some energy that you're matching with better than me. So anyways, we have piles 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the timestamps will be down below, as well as in the description box and the comments. And then as well, if you want to know what cards I'm using, I'll have links to those in the description box and names so you can check them out yourself. And that's all. I'll see you in your reading. Hey everyone, it's pile number 1. So if you've chosen this pile number 1, this is going to be your reading. So just in terms of the cards we're using, we have the classic Rider-Waite here, we have the House of Night Oracle, and then we have Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. The links are down below, as I mentioned. But let's just start. So how does your crush feel about you? We have the King of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. We also have, with the oracle cards here, Success, High Priestess of Water, sorry, I almost said air, and then Listening, as well as Psychic Protection, Harmony, and Success. And so, interestingly enough, one of the things I noticed right off the bat here is that we have 2 Success cards. So, I definitely think it's safe to say that, the person that you're thinking of, or the person that you have a crush on, does see, like, they feel some kind of success with you in some way, or at least they associate you with being successful in some way. I do feel as if this person sees you as somebody that they could spend a future with, that they could have success with, because we have this Ten of Cups, right? And obviously this is at a crush stage, I'm assuming, since the question is about a crush. So I would assume that, this person definitely, right off the bat, does see you as somebody they could settle down and have a family with, that they could have lasting happiness with. So I'm definitely getting that right away. And then as well, we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is, it could be an older, more mature person. It could just be, if they're not older, that they could be mature. And that doesn't mean that they have to be older than you, right? It just means that usually it's something that comes a little bit more with age, this emotional maturity. But they should be, they have the capacity to have a lot of feelings and a lot of love in their heart. So I definitely feel as if this person does, want to share their emotions with you. They want to, in an emotionally mature and stable way. I do see, though, that we have the Three of Swords right next to here. So it makes me think that there's something that's going on between you. It could, okay, a lot of people say, oh, third party, Three of Swords. I don't really buy that, per se. It can mean that sometimes, but not necessarily. But I definitely feel as if there has been something going on between you, or it could be something that you're going through. That's maybe blocking their ability to open up. It's like they want to give you something, but there is something that's coming in between. Like you see between the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Cups, there's this Three of Swords, and I feel like there's something blocking it a little bit. It could be that they're simply just going through some rough times in their life. Maybe they're leaving a relationship, maybe you are, you know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely do feel as if there is something that's coming between the connection. It could also be that somebody is interfering in this relationship in a way. I get that because of the psychic protection. And it's like I almost feel as if, it's like maybe there's somebody who's trying to send you guys bad vibes, or gossiping, or trying to kind of just, put a wedge between kind of you two, okay? And I get with the High Priestess of Water over here is that things are kind of changing and fluid. Is kind of what this card stands for. And that you kind of just have to go through the flow with this person. I do see a lot of water here, though. So some of you might be water signs. They could be a water sign. But, you know, it doesn't have to mean that. It just can mean that there's just a lot of emotions in this connection. A lot of, it's all with that psychic protection. I do feel like there could be kind of like a psychic connection between the two of you, or at least some kind of strong connection. Hopefully it's not too shadowy. The sun's kind of acting silly. It's hiding. But, yeah, I feel like there could be a type of like emotional bond and connection, sort of. But like I do feel like there could be somebody that's you kind of need to guard yourself against. In regards, it could be somebody telling this person stuff about you, kind of trying to keep them away from you in that type of way, and just maybe a little bit of a malicious person. That doesn't have to be the case. And like I said, this is a general reading, so it could just be that somebody, you know, that they're getting out of a relationship and it's like they're ready to really make some new beginning, that they've gone through this heartbreak and they're really ready to offer something new because they do see success with you. As well, we have this harmony card. And I see a lot of harmony, obviously, in this card right here, in the Ten of Cups. I definitely do feel that they feel like you guys have that ability to be successful in the future, that there is a lot of harmony between the two of you, and that you can build something that's lasting. And which I also see with that Ace of Pentacles, it's that making a fresh start in something stable. And then I just want to get to the last card here, which is listening. And the listening card in this particular deck is actually about, okay, for some of you, if somebody is interfering, you may not even know somebody's interfering with your relationship, and I almost feel like you need to pay attention to that person because they could possibly block this connection or interfere with it a lot. So it's almost like listening, as in like trying to figure out who's trying to interfere, what they're trying to do, what their motives are, what they're saying, and kind of take action in a way. But also with listening, for some of you, you may not pick up on their cues. Like, for instance, the King of Cups, they can be a little bit more mature, which means that, okay, like the Knight of Cups or the Page of Cups might be a little bit more outgoing with their love or their emotions, whereas the King of Cups is going to be a little bit more mature and maybe not rush into something too quickly, because you see he's sitting instead of like, you know, on his, you know, ready to kind of go or offering something. It's kind of like almost like a you come to me type of vibe, if you know what I'm saying. And it's like I'm feeling like if you feel like this person isn't really into you, I have like what I'm getting is that you need to like kind of listen and read between the lines of what they say, because there are clues there as to their feelings. They may not just be so, you know, enthusiastic about sharing their feelings. Maybe because they've been through pain in the past that's caused them to be a little bit more reserved, and you know, where they learned how to kind of control their feelings a little bit more. But your crush does really like you, and I really feel like they see success with you in the future, or at least that possibility anyways. So I hope you enjoyed this reading and it helped you in some way, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hey guys, if you've chosen pile number 2, this is your reading. So as I told pile number 1, I'll just tell you your cards a little bit. We have, wait, hold on. Yeah, that was the right order. I remember. This is the Witch's Tarot. I think it's by Ellen Dugan, as far as I remember. And then we have the House of Night Oracle cards and the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Okay, so how does your person, your crush, feel about you? Okay, let's see. We have the Ace of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Page of Swords. One thing I'm really noticing right off the bat is a lot of sword energy. So they definitely think about you a lot, that's for sure. And there's definitely a lot of you on their mind in a mental capacity, like definitely a lot of thoughts. Interesting. Okay, so let's just start. I feel like right off the bat, and this is just something I'm going to say right off the bat, I feel like honesty is an issue with this person. Not just because of the honesty card here. I think that's going to be more aimed towards you, but with this Page of Swords, especially in this particular deck, they're definitely, like, you know, as many people said, it can be somebody who's a little bit of a, not a spy, but like somebody who's checking up on you and kind of looking, but not maybe acting. And the reason why I say this is because in this particular pose, he's very on the defensive. And so I feel like this person is a bit defensive about the connection, or a little bit wary. It's like they're the type of person that's maybe a little bit, yeah, a little bit reserved and guarded. I feel like they've been through some kind of past hurt, and I'm wondering, obviously this is what are their feelings about you, you know? It's almost like I wonder if you've been through some kind of cycle with them before that ended badly. Maybe for some of you that could be the case. Or they maybe still feel a little beat down by something that's happened recently. Now, I want to note that the Ten of Swords, you know, it's kind of a scary looking card here, but it's not necessarily the worst thing to get because it's a 10, so it's the end of a cycle. Hold on, let me try to see if this is going to focus. Okay. It's like the end of the cycle, right? So, you know, soon it's going to go away and clear up, and they're eventually going to brush themselves off and get back up again. But even though it doesn't seem like it. But yeah, I almost feel as if this person's, it could be that they've been betrayed before, so they're not quite ready for you in their life because they feel so down and out. And hold on, because we have that Four of Cups there, and it's like, well, you know, as you can see in this image, you know, there's a little boy and he's sitting there kind of with his arms crossed in another defensive stance, again, as you know, interestingly enough, and not wanting to see kind of the cup that's right there available to him from the mermaid. And that can be kind of like a little bit of being down and out, kind of reveling in it sometimes, you know, maybe being a little bit too negative and not seeing. So it's like I almost feel like this person they're interested in you, okay? They are interested in you. We have the Ace of Swords. I feel like this person's interested in you, but I feel like they're in such a rough patch of their life right now that they're just not, you know, willing to see you quite yet, okay? I think, like I said, that this is going to change soon because we have an Ace over here, and then we have 10 of Swords. And so my advice to you in this case is that I don't think that there's anything, like, because we do have, they do see you as a prosperous person. There is some passionate feelings here. They just might not be ready to act on them yet. And then we have destiny. And this is what makes me wonder, or, you know, want to say that I feel like there could be something more to this. Like, I feel like you could stick it around with this person and it might actually go somewhere, because I do feel the communication aspects there. You know what I mean? And I do think something can be started. But it's just, this person's going through some stuff yet, and it's just like, they're not there yet for it. And then I want to talk here about strength and honesty. Now, if you've been investing a lot into this person emotionally, I would just advise you to maybe take a step back, you know what I mean? And maybe let them kind of do their healing on their own. Be honest with yourself about the situation if you think that it's maybe not healthy. If it doesn't seem like it's a healthy option for you right now, maybe I just, you know, back off until they kind of brush themselves off and get out of this, you know, cycle they're in, or whatever they're in. Maybe they're a period of life that they're in. It could also be that maybe you're a bit honest with them, and that could also make them defensive and hurt them a little bit. For some of you, if you're a little bit too honest, it's a little bit too powerful for them. And we have the Strength card. Yeah, I feel like this person's going through something, and for some of you, if it is a healthy, you know, relationship, and it's somebody that you want to be there, like say it's a friend and you want to be there with them through this like situation that they might be going through, I definitely feel like you could be a strength that they could lean on, sorry. And I really do feel like it could grow from something. grow into something more from there. God, I'm misspeaking like crazy today. But yeah, I know it's kind of a little bit all over the place. I think it's going to resonate differently with different people, but like I said, for some people, I do feel like, it depends on whether it's a healthy kind of depression or sadness that they're going through. Is it part of their personality? Or is it just like they've really been through something tough in their life, like a loss of a relative or a relationship or a job or something else that could make them a little bit. But like I said, I feel like that there's some passionate feelings. You stir some stuff up in them. They see you, as somebody that's prosperous, but they're just a little bit blocked off right now. But I do feel like that cycle's ending and that, something new could come of this, especially in regards to like, sharing thoughts and communication. And I really feel that they see you as somebody strong and honest with them. And, that might be something that they need from you right now. That's kind of, helps them get down the path that they're supposed to walk on. Okay? So I hope that helps you guys, and I'll see you all in the next reading. Hey, pile number 3. Those of you that have chosen pile number 3, this is your reading. Hopefully it's not too dark. The sun's kind of going away a little bit behind the mountains. Let me just set up these cards. Just in case you're curious, this is for the tarot. We're using the, I think it's the Enchanted Forest Tarot. Yeah. And then for the Oracle cards, we have the House of Night Oracle. Very cool oracle. And then we have the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. So we've got, okay, how does your crush feel about you? We have the 5 of Visions, the 8 of Visions, the Child of Visions, the Lovers, the High Priestess of Earth, Differences, Magical Powers, Health, and Healing. Interesting. So, I think there might be a flip-flop of energy here. Okay, so I noticed that, right off the bat, we have a lot of vision cards, which are water. It's like cups, water. So, you guys could be water signs, or, one of you, or so on and so forth. But I do feel as if there's a lot of emotion on their side right now. They're an emotional type of person. Okay, one thing I do feel like is that this person definitely feels that you're some kind of healing power to them. We have healing right here, but I feel like, because we have this 5 of Visions and the 8 of Visions, and it's kind of like the sad cards of the cups, right? And I feel as if this person, but we have the Lovers over here, right? And I feel as if this person feels like you're somebody that they can lean on, because you guys are so different. Because we have the Differences card here. And it's like, I feel as if, and then we have the High Priestess of Earth, which is kind of like a more, like, you could be an earth sign, but it doesn't mean you have to be. It just means that you have some, I feel like as if you have some stability to offer this person in some way. And for some of you, that could be through health. They feel like as if you bring them back to good health, or you have the ability to, or that you encourage them in some way regarding their health. Hopefully that might resonate with some of you, but it could even be mental health, that they felt like kind of like lost, like everything was kind of lost. But now there's like kind of like that, we have that Page of Cups, Child of Visions, this new energy of like kind of being excited and like it's something new, and the emotions are fresh, and it, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that innocence. And then I just noticed, like, in this card that, it feels like the man is getting nurtured by the woman. And even if you're a man, that's fine. It doesn't have to be, it could be that you're nurturing to this person. The genders aren't really important here in terms of the cards. But I see one person is being kind of comforted and supported by the other. And I feel as if, and see, some of you might even do magic and stuff like that, and they feel, and it doesn't have to be like magic, it could be like law of attraction. Like maybe you're in this person's life and you're trying to get them into like the law of attraction, or you could be doing Reiki, or you could be, there's something about you that they find very healing, and towards them, perhaps towards others as well, but I feel like it's towards them, because we do have that 8 of Visions and that 5 of Visions. So it's like, they felt kind of lost. For some of you, I do want to say that this person might feel like you guys, if you've had like a kind of falling out with this person, it's like they feel like they might have lost you. That they've really kind of screwed up and dropped the ball in a way. But it could be like that they feel like that in general and you've kind of helped them out of this. Or that you have the ability to help them out of this. We have differences over here. So it's like I feel that you two are very different. Like night and day. Very different personalities. I feel like one of you is going to be a little bit more stable. The other one's going to be a little bit more emotional. And that's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. And that could go like, you know, flip for each of you. But yeah, there's definitely, with the Lover's card, a special kinship that you guys share. Like, I feel like you really do balance each other out in some way. And like I said, I feel like you've brought them back to a more innocent, hopeful place in their life. Or at least they feel like you have the ability to do that. You do make them feel that way. And in terms of like love, you know, if you're wondering if they like you the same way that you like them, I really do feel like they do. Because of the Lover's card. And the Child of Visions. It might be kind of still very... It could be a kind of like a little bit of a puppy love, I think. But I do... I almost feel like maybe you're older than this person or you're just a bit more mature than they are. And it's like they really want to lean on you in a way. They find you very stable and powerful in some way. But that's what I've got for you guys. That's how they feel about you. So basically, that's what I'm seeing. Good stuff. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I feel like as if, yeah, you bring them out of this kind of like lost state. And help them. Yeah, so I don't know. For many of you, I almost feel like if you haven't told them about like the law of attraction, if you're into like manifesting or law of attraction, like I think you should totally tell them. But it could be other things, you know what I mean? Maybe you have a good diet or you exercise or you do something like like I said, emotional health, mental health, physical health, something about them, about that in that regard. I feel like you can be really supportive to this person, which could really help your relationship, by the way, I think. So if you do want a relationship with this person, I would totally take that path because they really see that in you. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, guys. Hey, pile number 4. So the last pile we have today. So those of you that have chosen this awesome little stone, every time I do this video and I use this stone, I say, oh, my daughter found this on the playground. So hopefully you don't get annoyed by that yet. if you've seen that in other piles. Okay, we have a lot of quartz around here. Okay, let's see what we've got. So today I'm using, for this particular spread, I'm going to be using the Green Witch Tarot, as well as the House of Night Oracle cards, and the Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. We have, wow, okay, interesting. I didn't know that one popped out. Okay, let me just see. Okay, so we have the 6 of Athames, the 2 of Chalices, the World Tree, and the 4 of Athames with the tarot. So I see some, and the meditation wishing peace, trust, authenticity, and beauty. So definitely, how does your crush feel about you? Let's just start with the easy one. They think you're beautiful. They do think you're beautiful. They feel that you're a very beautiful person, for sure. They might also feel that you reflect back on them in a very beautiful way. Like, you make them feel beautiful in a way, too, I feel like. But one thing I'm just going to say is that I definitely feel like you bring a lot of peace to this person. Like, this is a huge theme throughout this whole reading. We have it in the 6 of Athames, the 4 of Athames, meditation. Again, with wishing. I feel like that's kind of... And then we have peace over here. Like, there's something about you that makes him feel very calm. I almost feel as if they think that you can kind of just fix all of their problems. Or you can just make everything all better for them. Kind of like, you know, you know, mommy's kisses on your owie make them all better. It's like that's almost the vibe I'm getting. This person really feels like you're some kind of, not a hero, but like in a way, like they feel like you're someone that's really brings a certain kind of calmness to them. It could have been that in the past, you know, they've had a period we have trust, right? And it's like I feel as if this person, perhaps like because with the Six of Athames, it could have been that they've kind of come out of situations that were a little bit rough, right? Because the Six of Athames is about leaving the, you know, the crazy waters and getting into the calm waters. Hopefully you can see that and it's not blurry, but it's going into calm waters, and that's what I'm feeling like. For, you know, that's how, one of the ways that they feel about you, that they can trust you, that you're, you know, that they can find a peace, you know, with like some peace with you. Like I almost feel like you're the type of person that when they're stressed out, they just want to come and relax with you. It's like just being around you calms them down. It's like you might know just the right thing to say. And they trust you because, and we have authenticity. You know, it feels like as if they can either take off their mask with you or you take off your mask with them, and they really feel that there's an authentic aura to this relationship. Like they just feel like that could also be why they feel some peace with you, because it's like, oh, finally I can just be myself, okay? Like, let's just relax. I can be myself. And that's kind of that feeling I'm getting with this connection. And then with the Two of Chalices, obviously, this is like the Two of Cups, guys. It's a, I almost said the F word. It's a wonderful, I was going to say it's effing wonderful. It's a wonderful card to get in, you know, in terms of feelings. Even if they're not like madly in love with you, this person definitely feels a deep, deep connection. I do feel like this person probably does have a crush back on you though. So if that's what you're wondering, yes. But no, I feel like this definitely, there is an emotional connection between the two of you. You guys really just sort of, see how the hands are like, they're intertwined here and then they're together here, the two hands. Like I feel like you guys just fit together. Sorry if you couldn't hear me very well. I was bending forward, but my microphone's kind of facing the opposite way. But yeah, I really feel a good connection between the two of you, or at least they feel like that. And then we have wishing. I do feel like this person wishes for something more with you. Okay, so if it hasn't gone anywhere yet, I'd almost make a move. But the World Tree, I almost wonder if you're far away from this person. Could be, or maybe right now the life circumstances aren't really in the right cycle for it. Like I said, there could be a distance, but it could also be that perhaps one of you is studying or about to complete something, but they definitely feel that you're a very knowledgeable person, for sure. That you, like I feel kind of like pile number 3 had this a lot, I think it was. And perhaps number 2, let me look real quick. Yeah, pile number 3. Jeez, I just did it. I'm like, I'm crazy. No, I feel like it's kind of like a similar vibe with pile number 3, is this person does feel like that peacefulness also comes from the fact that they feel like you are knowledgeable and authentic. It's kind of like you've been there, done that. They feel like that. You've been there, done that. You know what's going on, kind of, in a way. But in terms of how they feel about you, this person really does feel, like I said, feel a great connection with you. They feel that you're authentic, you're beautiful. You kind of got it all. And I do feel like this person wishes for it to happen, you know, for something more to happen between the two of you. Yeah. If you want any advice about what to do, I would just say keep going for this person, because I really feel, if by chance with this Four of Athames is maybe, you know, they're not really acting, I feel like it's like you need to get in there and wake them up. If you get what I mean, like, come on, you know what I mean? Like that type of thing, okay? So if they haven't been acting, I feel like you should, you know, let this person know, because I do see a deep connection between the two of you. And you know, be authentic here with this authenticity. Be authentic with your feelings for this person. Let them know, because I feel like I said, this person trusts you and they feel like you're an honest person. So if you haven't been honest with your feelings, prove them right by, you know, knowing that you're an honest person. Tell them what's up, how you really feel. Because there's definitely, I think, a wish for it to go more, to be more than it is right now. And it's kind of, it could be up to you in this case. I'm feeling for most of you. Maybe not for all of you, but for most of you, definitely. I think it's, you know, kind of on your end where you've got to make a move and wake that mother yucker up. Okay, I will see you all in the next reading, and I hope you appreciated that. Take care, guys.